As many of you have seen the viral video recently of Karen Klein, she was a bus monitor from Greece, New York, and I am from Rochester, New York, so I'm from the area. And regardless of that, I just wanted to say that I think it's absolutely ridiculous what happened. These kids obviously were not taught to respect their elders, and I also think the parents are largely to blame for this as well, because I know that when I was younger, if I ever acted out of line, my parents definitely were not afraid to discipline me, and honestly, it taught me a lesson to never do something again. I called my mom a bitch once and got slapped for it, and I thought twice and never disrespected my mom like that again. To the kids that were involved, I hope that you apologize, whether it be in the written form of a letter like Karen requested, and you don't do this to anybody else, and that you learn your lesson. I think that the fact that you're in the national spotlight now, you've got your fame, you've got your attention. I don't know what's going on at home. Obviously, again, your parents didn't teach you to respect people, because that should have been nipped in the bud a long time ago. And Karen, I think that you're a brave woman, and it's unfortunate that in the system there's really no disciplinary action that would have come from it. You said that a write-up really wouldn't have resulted in anything because it was the end of the school year, and a referral would have basically been swept under the rug. I'm hoping that the Greece Central School District, despite what they've said in the press recently, actually does something to discipline them. One thing that I do think is a positive that has come out of it is that there has been well over $300,000 raised for her, and I donated to that, and I also made sure to write her a nice letter to let her know that she's a beautiful person and nobody deserves treatment like that. Nobody. Some of the things that these kids said are absolutely inhuman, and I cannot believe that they actually would come out of a human being's mouth. Absolutely despicable. I just don't know how you could talk down to someone to that degree. It really made me sick to my stomach when I watched the video, and it was disturbing. I was angry. I felt, memories of when I was bullied in school. I'm obviously past that now, but it just brings back those painful memories of how that feels, and she just sat there and took it. And I'm glad that there was money raised for her, because I'm hoping that obviously she can retire and go on that vacation and enjoy her life. The one thing that I'm necessarily not on board with is, now that it's been a day or so since the actual incident was published on YouTube, there's been a public backlash of threats to hurt the kids that were involved, and also the parents, their workplaces, and so on and so forth. These details have been posted on the internet. But that brings forth the issue of two wrongs don't make a right, because obviously if you're wanting this information and making threats to harm someone, that's a form of bullying in itself. So that's another thing that we have to look at as well. And this is kind of random, but one of the things that bothered me a lot about the video too was when they talked about her whole family killing themselves because they don't want to be around her. What they didn't know is that one of her, I believe her oldest son it was, committed suicide 10 years ago. So that just really, my heart felt for this woman. I just think that, this happens in schools and all across our nation and all around the world every single day. And it's caught on tape and basically put in everyone's face now. And it's a blessing in disguise, but it's extremely unfortunate. I think kids these days, the values that they're raised with are kind of skewed, or there's lack thereof. And I think that that needs to change in our society. And we need to take a step back and think about, the old values that many of, for example, my parents' parents and my own parents taught me. regardless, just back to basics of manners and respect, sir, ma'am, shaking people's hands, holding doors open for people, just simple things like that. I think that that's one of the things that this whole national media attention should be bringing to light, and to remind us to think twice about speaking that way towards someone or bullying. I just think that it's absolutely ridiculous. I just want to say, you know, as much as I joke around and everything on my channel, and I like to laugh and maybe use a little profanity here and there, I do have a heart, and I do have a serious side, and I just know that there's a fine line between, you know, respect, disrespect, and all of that. I think that it's important to separate humor from real life situations in certain respects. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there to begin with, because I know that people that may not know me very well might think one thing and whatnot, but this isn't about me. I wanted to really address that whole bus monitor situation and what I felt about it, because again, it just really struck a chord with me. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.